One thing about me is that I really enjoy watching movies. And today on this video, I'm going to be reviewing two of my favorite movies from 2013. This Is the End was my favorite movie of 2013, and Her was my second favorite movie of 2013. In This Is the End, you basically have a group of friends who are trying to survive the end of the world. It starts out with Seth Rogen and it's been Jay at their house, at Seth's house. After he picks Jay up from the airport, they go back to his house, smoke a bunch of weed, just play video games, just fool around all day, and then they head over for the night to James Franco's house, who just has a new house, so he's having a house warming party at his house. Jay isn't really into it, doesn't really want to go, but kind of gets dragged there by Seth. And so they show up at this party at James Franco's new huge monster of a house. And then they go into the party, everything's going fine. Jay's not really liking it because, he's not really about the Hollywood lifestyle. So one thing leads to another. It's just hanging out. There's a lot of different celebrities there. And then as Jay and Seth take a side trip to a convenience store, the end of the world starts to happen. The people start getting sucked up into the sky by a blue light, and Seth and Jay don't get sucked up. So they, of course, terribly frightened, run back to the party. And then inside the party, everything's just going fine. But soon, as the guests go outside, much to James Franco's irritation, because he says his house is anything proof and earthquake proof. So he warns everyone not to go outside, but they do anyways. So all the celebrity guests run outside, and then the ground in front of his house kind of opens up, creating a huge crater that leads presumably to hell, and people start just falling into it. So after this happens, there's only a select group of friends left. Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill survives, Craig Robinson survives, Jay survives, Seth survives. So they go into the house and basically try to hunker down, count all the food, make sure they have everything together, to try to hunker down for the end of the world until they're rescued as actors. They think will be rescued first before ordinary people. It's just and then the rest of the movie is basically them trying to figure out why they weren't taken up to heaven first, what have they done wrong, and ways they can get up to heaven and make it there before the end of the movie. It's really, really, really funny. If you don't like crazy, just out of control funny, it's probably not for you. But if you like just stupid, crazy, non-stop funny action, then this is definitely going to be a movie you're going to want to check out. My second favorite movie of the year, Her, has Joaquin Phoenix, and he works for this company in the future, where the movie takes place in the future, but the company that he works for has him writing greeting cards to other people. Instead of writing the greeting cards themselves, they pay his company, and so he writes the greeting cards to make them seem like they were homewritten. And he cares about his job, he does a pretty good job at it. And then one day he gets this new operating system that's supposed to promise to meet his every need and be everything he could ever want. And the operating system, the OS, is voiced by Scarlett Johansson. Great voice, very, very nice voice, and she just delivers tremendously in a part that's just her voice, but she completely seems like a real character. And so Joaquin Phoenix's character gets to know the OS more and more and more, and they develop a relationship, and it's basically like they're dating, basically. And this becomes more and more of a common phenomenon in the movie. People are dating their OSs. And it's just a really, really interesting movie. Things I liked about it, I like the clothes. They're kind of these, it's not too dissimilar to what we wear today, but the pants are more hiked up. There's a lot of people wearing sweatpants. And everything is just a little bit more quirky, a little bit more different. I like the clothes a lot. I liked how it can show where we can be headed as a society with the phones and stuff. In the movie, there's just a lot of people looking at their devices and just talking to their OSs and not really paying attention to the other people they're passing in the street or anywhere else. They're just constantly looking down at their phones. And you already see that kind of a lot nowadays. People are just constantly staring down at their iPhones, not really paying attention to what's going on around them. So I thought that was a really interesting comparison to where we could be heading as a society. The performance that Joaquin Phoenix gives is just outstanding. The music in the movie is outstanding. There's several parts where the OS, played by Scarlett Johansson, will like compose music that she's like just making as they're talking. Thought those parts were really good. I think it has a great mix of sadness, funniness. It's just a really smart, touching movie, and I would recommend everyone see it. Okay, hope you like the reviews, and I will see you on my next video.